So and here's the stupid thing about it, right? So let's kind of start at the top and we'll talk and we'll dig into why this is incredibly dumb.
Mm-hmm.
So Trump promised tariffs. He says there's going to be tariffs on day one. 25% blanket tariffs on imports coming from Canada and Mexico. Our two biggest trading partners, by the way, for those that might be unaware of this. And an additional 10% on China, in addition to the 10% tariff that he put on most things during his first term that the Biden administration never bothered removing while Biden was in office, much to a lot of people's chagrin. Because these three countries specifically are most responsible for their lack of policing at letting fentanyl come over the border. Now, couple things to understand with that. Number one, the Biden administration has seized more fentanyl at the southern border than the Trump administration is. They're seizing record amounts. We know this because Republicans go on social media whenever they do seize a shitload of fentanyl to complain about the fact that the Biden administration is seizing the fentanyl.
Right.
So we know this.
What a bizarre argument. Like, why are you stopping this thing? Well, they keep coming to our border. Yeah, that's
look at all the fentanyl they stopped. I can't believe this is happening under the Biden administration. Well, you can't believe they're doing their job correctly? Like, okay, I guess.
That's number one. Well, it's because they know that their constituents aren't very smart, and they know that just by saying that, they can just drive a narrative.
We'll get to that later in this discussion.
Yeah, well.
Number two, 80% approximately of the fentanyl that comes in across the United States, or that comes into the country, comes in through legal ports of entry, and is delivered into the country by U.S. citizens. Again, 80% of the fentanyl that comes into the United States is brought over by legal U.S. citizens through official points of entry. That's how all the fucking fentanyl gets seized by the administration at the border, is because you have people that are U.S. citizens that are trying to bring drugs into the country, and the Border Patrol agents find it, and they fucking seize it. Mm-hmm. But 80% of the fentanyl that is in this country is due to U.S. citizens bringing it in themselves. It is not Mexican migrants coming or Hispanic migrants coming over the border illegally and bringing it into the country. It's not Chinese migrants or whatever bringing it in the country. It's certainly not fucking Canadian people that are coming.
You never
and bringing it out from the fucking north. But regardless, Trump is basically saying, "Hey, we're going to tariff all this shit because you guys are doing this." Now, here's the other problem with his fucking plan here. There's no and I think this is on purpose. There's no goal. There's no this is when the tap gets turned off. Once fentanyl gets down to this, blah blah blah. There's no stated aim essentially, other than, hey, they need to help us prevent this shit from getting over the border, and that's very much on purpose, because this way he can just decide whenever he wants to either remove the tariff or to maybe never implement it in the first place and just say, oh, the mere threat of the tariff was enough, and now they're doing all this stuff, and it's because I threatened them with this. That's why this is happening. And of course, all of his dumb supporters, with no evidence, will totally just eat that up and say, look, he's so great. All he had to do was threaten it.